Hello, everybody. It's Christine here, and excited to be here. Today, we are going to talk about the comparison trap. And this is something I was actually in a luncheon yesterday with an organization called Helpfully, and we were having a discussion, and it was about mental health. And some of the things that came out of that were really interesting. Before we get into that, though, I just want to say that if you're here, it's not a coincidence. And so if you're here, there's something that you're meant to take in. There's something that you're going to hear that's going to resonate with you, and that is going to impact you in a positive way. And so I'm Christine Roberts. I have an organization called Create Your Best Life at Home and at Work. And we are a coaching company, consulting. I'm a speaker and an author. And my goal and my passion is to help women, especially, get unstuck, take control of their lives, prioritize what's most important, to make confident decisions, to move your life and your career in a positive direction. And so today I'm going to talk about comparison, comparison, the thief of joy. And we're going to talk about three different things that are going to help you, three tips to overcome that. And so the first thing is about becoming a student of you. In my career, I've done a lot of things like you. I want to ask you, what are the things that you do that come easy to you? What are the things that you do that just are horrible? Like you just despise doing it. For me, I love people. So if there's an environment where I'm going to interact with people, I'm excited. And when it comes to doing spreadsheets, things like that, it's like I do not want to do it. And so the key is figuring out, what is it that lights you up? What is the gifts that you have that nobody else, that don't people don't do it the way you do it? And so becoming a student of you is about identifying and figuring out, what are your strengths. And there's some different ways that you can figure that out. I know, being a student of yourself, assessments, and there's different ones. There's strength finders, Myers-Briggs, the Enneagram. All of them give you insight into what you are good at. And what are the things that people tell you that you're good at? Really pay attention to that, because a lot of times you don't even know what you're good at because it comes easy to you. And this is something to really notice, because a lot of times we'll diminish what we're good at, or what comes easy to us. What are the things that you're happy to do that others cringe? What are the things, like, if you enjoy like entertaining, and you've just got a knack for entertaining, and other people, they just, I know my neighbor where we used to live, the thought of having people over to her house just stressed her out. And then I have another friend that loves that. And when you think about that in terms of your jobs, um, like I just mentioned earlier, in my career, I remember a guy that if there was spreadsheets, he'd start to drool. Like, he loved that. And so it's figuring out what it is that it's just you step up to the plate. And that is really one of the key, those are some of the key things, is becoming a student of yourself, because this I love. I think this is so important. Everybody is a genius. You are a genius at being you. And this quote just really hit me. It says, if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it'll live its whole life believing that it is stupid. If you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will spend its whole life believing it's stupid. So I want to ask you this: what are you wasting your time on, thinking that you should be better? Wasting your time on comparing to other people, wasting your time scrolling through social media and seeing other people doing things, and you think that you should be as good as them, and you start diminishing your own worth. Yesterday, it was so interesting. I was in this luncheon that I mentioned, and there was a young lady, and I'm going to call her Marcy. And she was sharing that she has really struggled with anxiety and, just really struggling in the world, like just considering filing for disability because she just couldn't function. And I'm so proud of her because she pursued figuring out what is going on with her and what she can do to shift her thinking, to shift her mindset. And one of the things that she shared was that she's a singer. She sings and she loves to sing. And she found herself on, social media and seeing other people singing and then comparing herself to them and feeling like they're so much better than her. And it made her feel so defeated that she would just not want to sing at all. And that just breaks my heart because, like, have you ever watched American Idol? On American Idol, there's so many people. I'm just using the singing example, but we can apply this in all the different areas of our lives. There's people that come on there that are great singers and they can sing the same genre, the same song, but they sing it their own way. And some of the things that they say to them is be you. Everybody loves when you are authentic to who you are. Maybe like the singing example, people that sing the same song in the same genre, but they sing it authentically and it's different, but people love that. Another example that really resonated with me was our family when we traveled America. One of the places that we stopped was Nashville. And we were listening to a show in Nashville, and they were talking about Brad Paisley and Keith Urban and how they are both incredible guitarists, but their style is so completely different. But they were both equally amazing. And so I want to just challenge you to think about what is it that you are amazing at that is like other people do it, but they don't do it like you. And when you do that, I think the other message about that is running your own race. Like being able to run your own race is so important. And so let me see here. How does that sound? Does that make sense? I hope that that resonates with you, that you realize that you are unique and special and gifted. And there is a quote. One of the things that I love is this quote, and it says, leverage or celebrate the gifts that God gave others and leverage the gifts that God gave you. Celebrate the gifts that God gave others and leverage the gifts that God gave you. And so tell me, like, I see there's someone on and I can't tell who it is, but thank you for being here. What is something that you're good at? What is something that you're good at that other people cringe and other people are like, I don't want to do this? And so if you're watching the replay, if you could, just make a note, what is it that you're good at? And I know it's kind of awkward when you get called out on Facebook Live. I feel really uncomfortable here on Facebook Live because I can't see you. And it's just weird just talking to this camera and just feeling like, does anybody really care what I have to say? But I'm just going for it. Falling into that comparison trap, it's for all of us. And what that does is affects our confidence. I thank you for coming. Public speaking, and it happens to be a huge fear for so many. Absolutely. Oh, hey, Nicole. Oh my gosh. We got to catch up. Yeah, public speaking. I mean, there's people that say they'd rather die than do public speaking. And that's something that, like everything, we can improve, right? We can just, the more you do it, the easier it gets. And that's again where not comparing ourselves to other people. It's like running your own race, speaking authentically from where you are. And so those are some of the things. Here's finally, these are the key elements here. Number one, figure out what you're good at. In my coaching business, a lot of times people, they're not leveraging their gifts. So what happens is they are exhausted. It sucks the life out of you when you're doing things that don't fall in your strength zone. And, there's things that you have to do, obviously, that you don't enjoy. However, when you figure out what you're really good at and you put your energy into that, then you go from being good to being great. So figuring out what you're good at, become a student of you. And then the second thing, again, celebrate the gifts that God gave others and leverage the gifts God gave you. And I think about this with this is where you're scrolling on social media and you're comparing yourself. I have a friend and she said that when she's looking at things, and first of all, limit that or eliminate that. You know, this other lady who I was talking to said that she took a break. And I know you're here on social media, so it's kind of like a double-edged sword, but I mean, it's really paying attention to how you feel. If you're looking at things and you feel that pit in your stomach and you're just like overcome with that feeling, eliminate that. Take that away and go back and figure out your strengths and focus on what you're good at. Focus on the things that you bring to the table, because I may not know who you are. Love, run your own race. Yeah, that is so true, right? When you're being authentic to who you are, all of us, we're so much more attractive when we're just being who we are, when we're being our authentic self. And so ultimately that ties into confidence. So much right now we're hearing so much about this imposter syndrome. I've been on some different talking, these different events with, it's all about imposter syndrome, which really is just about confidence, people not feeling confident. And when you are intentionally thinking about what you're good at and focusing and giving yourself grace and really treating yourself as a cherished friend, it's like a shift, and it's about intentionally managing our thoughts about ourselves and what we bring to the table. And really ultimately that's what it boils down to is and hold on, I'm going to be putting up here a banner. Where is it? Here we go. I'm putting up the banner to my website because we're in the process of starting a program, a session with our coaching. And I would love for you, if you feel stuck, if you feel like you're not able to move forward in whatever area of life, whether it's your business life, your personal life, we've put together an integrative approach to coaching, executive leadership and life coaching, and as a holistic approach. And I would love for you to reach out and just have a call with us. But I just want to say, to tie this up, that you are worthy and deserving of all of the abundance that life has to offer. And it just comes back to you, and it comes back to me. It comes back to each of us owning our stuff. And if you have these feelings, like how do I overcome these feelings? Taking action and getting help. If you need help, in our weaknesses, we are strong. I don't think that's the exact quote, but it's like scripture. When we are vulnerable, when we share our weaknesses, when we go and seek guidance, mentoring, coaching, that is a sign of strength. So reach out to me, ChristineMRoberts.com. We have a place to click on for a free call. And I do hope that I see you again soon. Thanks for being here. And if you're here watching the replay, if you can just put something in the comments. Doing these Facebook Lives is just awkward, and it would be wonderful. I see that people watch them, but then I don't see any comments. So I wonder, like, talk about comparison, right? That can cause a lot of insecurity. But I say, hey, you know what? I'm going to keep on going. And I'm thankful for any of you that are watching. I hope that something resonated with you. And if you are here again, it's not a coincidence. You're meant to apply this in your life. So have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.